Okay, so there is a belief in my hometown, or at least this is something that my mother and her circle of friends strongly believe in, that whenever you eat something that is not good or that doesn't agree with your stomach, something sticks to your stomach, and that's what causes the empacho. So when you are under an empacho, when you're empachado, you lose your appetite, and it's not only loss of appetite. Also, people get dizzy or nauseous, and their legs get shaky. So the first thing that moms do is take their children with one of the ladies who learned techniques to cure. They are called curanderas. So the mom takes the child to a curandera, and they give them a massage. They usually massage the back of the knees, the back of the elbows, because they say that when you are under an empacho, there are some bubbles that the body generates, and that it's air, and they have to massage the person in the back of the knees, the back of the elbows, and also on their stomach to pop those bubbles. And besides that, they give you something to drink. And it's usually just sparkling water with salt, lemon, and Alka Seltzer or Zolandrus. Or if it's not that, if it's an extreme, if this person has been sick for a certain amount of days, or if this person is throwing up, they bring coal, but the one that is being used to cook, and they drop it in water, and they drain it. So the water that comes out of it, they use it to make this beverage with Alka-Seltzer and lemon and salt. I've never had to drink it, thank goodness. But my mom did take me with a curandera a couple of times when I was little.
So we do have this thing called Emparche. So we don't use pega, we use Emparche. And usually here we chop off words of letters. So we said Empache instead of Emparche. So we said Empache. And usually what happens is this has like roots from the back. They used to do certain rituals to kids usually and adults that they're called in Spanish they're called ensalmo. I'm not sure if I have like a word for you in English, but it's called ensalmo, and it has a little bit of ritualistic kind of twist, right? So there was this woman who knew, who had, she was medicinal, and and then she used to put her finger on like put a cross into the kids or the person's belly, and then do like a ritual in order to get rid of the empache, and this would go along with other kind of things that they would practice to the person. That's why I was laughing earlier. Like they would do something to the back, like pulling the skin a little bit, and then just putting a finger on top of the cross that they draw on top of the belly, and they just like said something, like those are the kind of things, like really old stuff, right? But I can tell you that maybe this was like 50 years ago. It was still, something that it was a practice. And then there are other stuff that you use to cure empache, and one of them is coconut oil with salt. So that would be rapid, like something real quick to do, and also a tea from oregano, like something like that, and some other plants that were around. Um, But yeah, that is exactly how it happens here. I'm so happy that you brought this up right now because I'm like so it just put a smile on my face this afternoon just know a little bit more about that.
Hello, students. My name is Henry. I'm Mark's Finnish friend, and today I'm going to tell you some interesting stuff about Finnish traditional medicine and probably some other stuff as well. So, in Finland, in terms of traditional medicine, we have a long and rich history in treating different illnesses and symptoms with different herbs and plants. And the Finns famously also go to the sauna for cleansing our bodies, for relaxation, and even for spiritual purification of sorts. And among the most famous examples, the Finns use the leaves of the birch tree for treating mosquito bites. So what happens is that we tie together the twigs of the birch tree to make it into a sort of a bath whisk. And then in the sauna, we hit ourselves with the bath whisk to alleviate the itching and swelling of the mosquito bites. And we can also derive an extract from the birch tree for lowering blood pressure, for increasing sweating, and also for treating different sorts of infections of the bladder. Okay, what else? In Finland, we also use the pine needles. So what we do is that we boil the pine needles in water, and then we breathe the vapor for treating different respiratory diseases. For example, if we have cough or some other stuff as well, and it's supposed to alleviate the symptoms of this type of problems as well. And something very common here, even nowadays, is to use black currant juice or the extract of black currant for treating the flu or for preventing it.